Well, hello everybody. Hope you're all doing well. It's the DJI Mini 3 Pro Winter Day Flight. You'll see some anomalies in the beginning of the flight here where I had a little bit of a problem. But as you can see, it has snowed a little bit, according to this. Yeah, it has. What do you know? Anyway, you will see some problems I had with the gimbal right as soon as I take off here. It does some funny things and then a lot of shaking it also when I get going here. So anyway, it's in January and it's a late winter, well, not a late winter, a midwinter flight, really. Okay, now here's where we're going to have some problems. I bring the gimbal up. I don't know if the gimbal was froze or what, but she started, see the shake there? Boom, and then she does that. So not sure what's causing that, but not real happy about it. Anyway, I think she gives a little bit more shake and then she straightens out after that. So we're flying. This is going to be a short flight just because the temperature is so cold. Like I said, it's third week of January. There's that shake again in the gimbal. Temperature is about 30 degrees, and there's some more shake. Apparently, it doesn't like it. Maybe it's going to straighten out here. It doesn't like the cold that much. So there is some gimbal shake. I thought it straightened out, but I still see it in there. I'm going to move the gimbal around a little bit, and maybe we'll see if I can get that shake to stop happening. Anyway, not a strong wind, I'd say about a 10-mile-an-hour wind, and temperature right at 30 degrees. So what a perfect day to fly a short flight without gloves. And it'll be short because I don't have any gloves on. And it's amazing how cold your fingers get on those sticks. Anyway, we're out for a short flight over park area. Didn't get a whole lot of snow, just a skiff, maybe an inch around the area, and if that. So we thought we'd get out and see if we could see anything today. So we're headed northwest now. Got the wind kind of blowing a little bit from our left. And when I took off, the battery was only at about 50%, so I made this flight pretty short that, and I was freezing. Didn't have much of a jacket on either, so the best laid plans of mice and men, you know how that is. So we'll just do a short jaunt around here and look at a winter landscape. Said we were just on the edge of the snow. Didn't get a whole lot. The further south of the city, they got quite a bit more, and just 20 miles north, they didn't get any. So, and I am happy about that. I've seen enough. Haven't had a lot of snow this year, but we've had some pretty cold temperatures, and then we warmed up and had some great temperatures, you know, in the 50s and almost 60 degrees for January. Pretty darn good for the Midwest, that's for sure. Had a big football game here last night, which we won on TV, so was happy about that. Our quarterback got injured, but I think he's going to be all right. Don't see any livestock or any wildlife out today. They're all probably hunkered deep in the woods. They get underneath them cedar trees and stuff like that and get out of the wind, and creates kind of a heat canopy for them, and it just save a lot of their energy, not moving a whole lot during the day. But it hasn't been too hard on them lately, so I think they're going to be all right this winter. As you can see, nothing much in this picked field. I was looking for maybe a deer or two out there, some turkeys. And don't see any to speak of. So we're going to give her a Roscoe here and hang a right and start heading back. Just a short flight, like I said, just to see how she was doing. And I said the gimbal problems. I've been having a few gimbal problems with the Mini 3 Pro lately. She straightens out after I take off and get her running a little bit, move the gimbal up and down, but she acts up a little bit on takeoff now with that gimbal. I'm not sure what the deal is on that. I have to get, this is Thelma Lou, and her sister Peggy Sue is my Mini 2. I'm going to have to get her out and fly. When I fly Thelma Lou, she gets real jealous. Peggy Sue does. She hasn't been flown for a while. And there's probably a lot of updates I need to do on her before I fly her, but I'll get her out in the next few days. Let's see, I'm going to decide I'm going to head back here. Yeah, we've got our bearings right now. We're headed a little further away than I wanted to be. Not a whole lot of scenery to see or wildlife today, but just couldn't resist getting out for a midwinter flight. The snow wasn't, it had stopped snowing. The ceiling was very low. Didn't want to get up too high because of the mist, the freezing mist and stuff like that can cause havoc on your propeller blades and everything else. So stayed down below that. Mostly, you can see I'm going through it right now a little bit, down below that freezing mist and stuff. So we're headed back now. There's the lake there, that little pond I fish in, the catfish in. It looks like it's pretty well thawed out, which is good news. I have to dip a line in there pretty soon. So I'm making post haste to come on back because my thumbs are stinging and starting to where I can't feel them no more, and that's always a bad sign. So we'll bring her on back here and see if we can get her landed. Took me a little while longer to land than I wanted to because, like I said, when your thumbs are froze and you're not a pincher, the sticks are a little harder to control. Maybe I will become a pincher in the future. Give me a little bit more control there. So I see myself, or whoever's flying this thing. Like I said, this was just a short flight just to see how the Mini 3 would handle in the cold. And like I said, the wind was only about 10, 12 miles an hour at the most, so not a bad wind at all. But the cold sure sucks the batteries out. I kept them as warm as I could while I was walking around out there and stuff. But when I finally decided I was going to fly after a short while, I had noticed when I started her up, the battery was already at 50%. So I want to take no chances there. That was with the extended flight battery also. So I thought they'd give me a little bit more leeway. I had some of the regular batteries on me, but if they were at 50% also, I wouldn't have had near the flight time that I had with this one. So we shall see. You can see dog prints, human prints, all kinds of prints. We get old Thelma Lou turned around here in a second. You can see this guy's hands are cold. We'll see if we can get her backed in here. Just trying to find a place to take off from that didn't have snow on it. Laid my landing mat out on a picnic table here. And I forgot to turn off my obstacle avoidance again, so I'm fighting that while I'm landing because I've got trees behind me, a big sign. I got this metal shed. I'm trying to come by all this stuff, and that plays havoc with that obstacle avoidance. So then I'm trying to get it lined out just above that picnic table because if I miss on this, I'm going to go down in that snow, and that's not going to be good for her at all. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the flight. Stay safe out there. We'll get a chance. We'll share some more content with you soon. Always treat others the way you want to be treated. The golden rule is still probably the best rule to follow nowadays. Take care. We'll see you again soon. Hopefully.